Our country's first ever privately developed rocket will be launched today in a big step in the research of the space in the country. Vikram-S is scheduled to launch at 11:30 a.m. from Shri Hari Kota in Tamil Nadu. The indigenous rocket has been a 4-year-long mission by a private company named Skyroot aerospace, and not just that, Vikram-S will also soar to an altitude of 120 kilometers, carrying 3 payloads. Dharani joins us live from Chennai City. Now, Dharani, a very important launch scheduled today also to take place in Shri Hari Kota in Tamil Nadu. What more can you tell us about the significance of this particular launch?
Well, this is a big day for Indian space sector. So for the first time since Prime Minister Narendra Modi opened the space sector for private participation, a private rocket is going to be launched from a launch pad here in Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. So this rocket is named Vikram-S after, a prominent space scientist Vikram Sarabhai, and this mission is named Praram, which means the beginning. So Vikram-S will be the first ever private rocket to be launched from a launch station here in India. So Vikram-S was developed by Skyroot Aerospace, that is a tech startup based in Hyderabad. So Skyroot Aerospace, as I told, will be the first private company to launch its own rocket from India. So it is going to have that speciality from this day. Talking about Vikram-S, Vikram-S is a single stage suborbital solid propellant rocket, and it is powered by Kalam 80 propulsion system. So this rocket, it will be carrying 3 payloads of 80 kilograms weight. So of these 3 payloads, 2 are from India and 1 is from a foreign client in Armenia. So 3 payloads of 80 kilograms of weight that is going to be carried by this Vikram-S rocket. This rocket that will be climbing up to an altitude of 120 kilometers from Earth's surface before splashing into the sea. So 120 kilometers of travel it's going to have today. So this is definitely going to be a big, massive day for Indian space sector as we are stepping into this a private participation starting today. So since Prime Minister Narendra Modi opened up the space sector for private participation in 2020, so we're also expecting Union Minister Jitendra Singh to witness this maiden private launch. He's expected to arrive in Satish Dhawan Space Center to witness this a maiden launch. So talking about this mission, it is named as Praram, which means the beginning, and as I told, this rocket is named after a prominent space scientist and founder of India's space program, Vikram Sarabhai. So launch is expected to take place around 11:30 p.m. So initially the launch was scheduled to take place on November 15, but due to bad weather conditions, the launch had to be postponed to November 18, that is today. So between 11 p.m. and 12 p.m. today, to be precise, 11:30 p.m. this launch will take place from Satish Dhawan Space Center here in Sriharikota. So we're all expecting this launch to be successful. Of course, hundreds of students from not only from Andhra Pradesh but also from Tamil Nadu, they have come to Sriharikota here to witness this majestic launch. So apart from students, several common public, they've also come here to witness this majestic launch. So apart from common public and students, the scientists and the developers from ISRO and Skyroot aerospace company, they've also been present here for so long. So the final testing is currently underway. So as soon as the final testing is over, the countdown will begin and the launch will happen around 11:30 p.m. as I told. So this is definitely a major leap for space sector in India. We're going to have our first private rocket launched to be launched today. So definitely a major leap for the space sector in India. So definitely something we should feel proud about.
Absolutely, a very proud moment for every Indian out there. Also, if you can just tell us in terms of the ground preparations that are underway, any special measures that have been put in place ahead of this mega launch.
Of course, yeah. So as I told, the launch will be taking place around 11:30 p.m. and the final countdown will, begin. So now the final testings are, almost getting over, and the developers and scientists from Indian Space Research Organization and Skyroot Aerospace, they're also present here to witness this, massive launch. They're also, going through all the preparations that are being made. So this rocket Vikram-S, it took 2 years to this rocket in form, and it also has 3D printing parts in it, so that is the speciality of this rocket. So it took 2 years to develop this rocket, and it is going to be launched in another 2 hours. So the final preparations are on full swing, and the scientists and developers both from ISRO and Skyroot aerospace, they're all doing their final leg of preparations and checkings. So as I told, the countdown will be beginning shortly, and this rocket launch will take place precisely around 11:30 p.m. and as I told, students and common public, not only from Andhra Pradesh but also from the nearby states of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, they've also come here to witness this majestic launch, because this is not just another rocket launch. This is going to be the first ever private rocket launch in India, and this is something that definitely needs to be witnessed in person for a lot of people who are interested in space generally. So they are coming to the Satish Dhawan Space Center here in Sriharikota since early morning today. So in fact, it's been almost 1 hour since we arrived at this spot, and we could see hundreds of students coming in buses and other vehicles to this location, because they want to witness this majestic launch through their eyes in person. So definitely a very special day for everybody in India. So we're waiting for the the countdown to begin, and we're all together going to witness this historic day through our eyes from Sriharikota in Tamil Nadu.
Absolutely. So indeed, the D-Day is finally here. All eyes are now set on India's first private rocket launch. Thank you so much, Dharani, for joining us live with all those very important details from Shri Hari Kota and Andhra Pradesh.